Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Prison Architect episode number 2, which originally aired live on Twitch. Oh, and let's get the boiler actually powered on. Alright, so here is the structure of the prison cell that I have. One of the things I'm going to want here, I don't foresee that I'm going to require as many solitary confinement cells than I have, because being a reformatory, that's kind of a lot of solitary confinement cells, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. But let's just assume that I'm going to require them. All right, and then these rooms here, let's add the walls in. And this is going to be for shower and for common. And then these individually are going to be cells for sort of the medium sec. And I think what I'm going to do is initially I'm not going to bring in medium sec. I'm just going to bring in min sec. And if the min sec misbehave, we can throw them into medium sec. All right, so that's all well and good. And then this center room, yeah, everybody's gonna watch you poo, dude. This is gonna be the cell no one wants. This front center, Panopticon style. All right, we're still gonna need lights. So one in the common, one in the shower. Okay, I'm purposely going to have, I'm going to have some of the medium security have like normal quality beds, and then some of them purposely have bad quality beds, so as to encourage, and this will just be an old foam mattress, basically to encourage them to behave. It's one of the things that you could do with grades, prison grades, is prisoners will be encouraged to behave if there are nicer cells that they can move into if they behave appropriately. So this is a technique to have well-behaved prisoners. Not to say that they always well behave, but we'll see. All right, so this shower here, let's go ahead and set up shower heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, with some drains. 1, 2, 3. That should be fine. Add some hand dryers into my own. And then the common room here, I'm not going to do anything with it yet. I'm going to totally leave it alone. So, dorm. This will be one giant dormitory. So, it needs to be enclosed, which soon it will be, and then it needs toilets, which I will add, and then bunk beds, foam mattresses, comfy beds, or old beds. I'm going to have it be mostly comfortable. So other things that we can do to improve our dormitory, because I want the dormitory to be as nice as possible, I'm going to add some windows in here. And let's go ahead and move the wall. Actually, I'm going to make a bit of a change. I'm going to put the wall here so that these guys can have a better view. I can even plant flowers out there so that they have a view of flowers. All right, and let's run water in. At some point, we're going to want to hook these up with radiators as well, because without radiators, they'll be cold. Taking a look at my grants. My grants are all fine. All right, so some of these cells are terrible by design. I'm going to put a water boiler here. Run a small pipe out to the water boiler and to these toilets. And then hot water pipes for hot water showers. I am, you know, I'm going to offer hot water showers to everyone. And eventually we're going to offer, you know, we're going to offer radiators and stuff like that to keep them heated. All right, so comfortable beds. Oh, let's first decide on how we're going to do toilets. So if we wanted toilets in our in here, we're going to want to offer them some sort of privacy. Just giant double doors to the toilet. That'd be funny. There we go. Boo, privacy, we hate human rights. Hey, we're supposed to be reformatory. And then we're going to want to look at making this kind of as nice as possible. Why does it still not read as enclosed? Oh, probably because these need just basic doors. Why the extra space? Why not the extra space? Not to be contradictory, but I mean, if you got legs, you might want a little extra something. Oh, you know, these aren't even registering. I don't think they can be doors, actually. So let's dismantle these doors entirely. Because it's disabling the fact that it's being offered as part of the dormitory. There we are. All right, so I am okay. I know what's going on. I do need some additional jail doors. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be all set. Wouldn't it be wise to have a metal detector in front? Yes. Actually, I designed it that way, so we're going to do that. Slap a metal detector on the entry. And then soon we will lay out the rest of these. Well, I guess I've already spent the money. But as you can see, my money is low. I'm just waiting for the eco-friendly and the short-term investment to click in. All right, so I have the ability to house up to 16. Logistically, what I could do here is... These are insecure. Yeah, I know they're insecure. Let's go ahead and add some walls just to prep for intake. So for that, I'm going to want maybe a concrete wall and a jail door here. And then I'm not too worried about escapees just yet. So for now, I'm just going to have some very cheap basic fencing. Just to keep the prisoners inside. Like this. Oops. Didn't mean to cancel that. But I did cancel it, and I need to wait for money flow to come in. My cash flow. All right. And what I could do is allow for intake as soon as I have everything fenced off. What is it complaining about here? No canteens can access. So I think they're just complaining that I don't have a shared canteen. But that's easy to fix. I just need a little bit more money. I overbuilt this. All right, 12 hours. I'm going to have the short-term investment funds, and then it won't be much of a problem. I need that green money. Yeah, I'll be exporting just about 1,000 pretty soon here. I might also be able to get rid of some of my staff. I don't want to fire the workers just yet because there's still more that they're going to have to do. All right, so there's the export of all that green energy. Finish off the fence, and then let's finish off the utilities that I'm missing, so that we'll be able to, you know, welcome prisoners into our prison. And soon I'm going to have a positive cash flow where it will be pretty easy to make money. Okay, so everything is all set for the first of the prisoners. If we go to the prisoners, or go to the, not transfers, intake, let's get fill capacity of MinSec, and we're only going to bring in MinSec for now. And then logistically, what I could do is set up, later on, once I have, you know, once I have need of filling up the other prison cells, I can have a gradient of prisoners. Guards seem important? Yeah, I'll be getting guards. Here's one guard. A lot rests on his shoulders. All right, and there we go. Grant completion just got done. So let's get another guard, another cook, and then let's build a yard. And then I'll be able to make a lot more money. So the yard will just go here for now. Done. That grant's done. And let's take another grant. Prison block A. Raise my prison capacity to 15, which is done. Staff well-being initiative and prison maintenance. The prison maintenance just needs another janitor. That's done. And then staff well-being is now done. I went from 0 money to 88,000. Cha-ching! Yeah. Grants are good. I don't actually know if my canteen can handle the quantity. But one other thing I want to do is to make this dormitory nice. So I'm going to introduce... Here, I'm going to even go so far as to taunt the prisoners that are sort of in the more dangerous cells, and put all of the recreation right on the other side of the window there. Or their cell doors. Because I have no chill. Alright, so let's make the dormitory a little bit nicer. Putting a pool table here. What else makes dormitories nicer? Sink and mirror. One here, one here, one here. A fan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some table tennis. Some table foosball. Yeah, I'm gonna line them up a little bit better. Pool and tennis. Sign me up. I want to live here. It needs lights, so there. Some lights. All right, I like it. And here is our MinSec prisoners. Ooh, get naked. Here's the MinSec prisoners, and these guys are getting, through intake, we take off their clothing, we put them in the proper uniforms, they get searched, and then they get brought by guards to the dormitory. Now, there's some other things I need to do. Deployment, intelligence, and patrols. Let's get that quick. Health, education, and forestry labor. All right, so staff. Logistics. I can have prisoners work in my kitchen, helping to cook for me. I can have prisoners work in the laundry, so I'm gonna need to get laundry and cleaning here pretty soon as well. So let's get a laundry room and a cleaning room, and the 7x7 will do. This will be 6x7. Okay. So laundry and, well, actually laundry and that's way too big for cleaning. I don't know what the other room's going to be, but I'm sure I'll use it. And we need a chief to research that, so let's get a chief. As you can see, now that I have prisoners, I do have a fog of war. While I was in build mode only, I didn't have a fog of war. But with prisoners, you know, on the property, I only have vision of where I have staff. In other words, so as you can see, I have a very limited amount of vision here. I'm gonna lock these doors open so that I don't need guards to unlock them. The guards are the only ones with keys. Not even my like workmen have. Well, they have staff keys, but they don't have jail door keys. Ooh, my polling. Okay, no, let's back up. And then another thing I could do is, let me stop for a second and go to policies. And I'm going to click each of these classes of prisoner with its recommended policies. And then let's go over the MinSec policies. So if a minimum security prisoner destroys something, they get a lockdown for 1 hour. If they try to escape, they, you know, lock down 2 hours, so on and so forth. So this is their sort of policy here. Let's go to recommended. So minimum security has a parole cutoff that is easier to meet than like a supermax. And then their minimum security, I'm obviously doing this wrong, but I'm trying to figure out what their food is. But, you know, they're all treated a bit differently. And the lower security you are, the better it is for you. All right. Another thing we can do is go to regime. And in the regime here, I'm going to have work and free time. For the medium security here, I'm going to have them be in lockup. Oh, no. Only for... Well, I don't have the research for that yet. Again, trying to treat my minimum security better than my medium security. Not that I have medium security yet. But if they misbehave, they'll be joining us shortly thereafter. All right, this canteen door can definitely be locked open as well. I have a lot of guards just like sitting around here. So once I have deployment, intelligence, and patrols, I'll be able to instruct where my guards should station themselves, which is going to be important to keep this this cell secured. All right, let's throw a concrete wall in here. And then the back fence is going to be replaced as well. But I'm going to want to lock these shut while I do that. We have too many prisoners in our holding cells. Really? Oh, because the dormitory is not set up yet, I don't think, for intake. Is that what's going on? Alright, let's deploy a guard in there and be able to see. Why aren't you using the dormitory? Actions. I actually don't really know what's going on. I do know that we're going to need to get laundry here pretty soon. Well, the dormitory should allow for variable size housing multiple prisoners. The bigger the dormitory, more prisoners it can house. Let's close intake. Oh, I have a lot more grants, don't I? Okay. Yeah, I could look at the MinSec policies. No. Visitation, work well-being. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why my my dormitory is not allowing for my MinSec, and they're stuck in holding. Oh, all of my available cells are too high quality. Oh, I think that's what's going on. That my my dormitory is just simply too nice. So let me quickly dismantle the parts that are too nice. So they basically just don't deserve how nice it is. That's funny. I didn't even consider that. I'm not selling these objects, so I can always put them back at a later time. They're not disappearing or anything. All right. So prison or grade. Where is the? Okay. Now yeah, there we go. Now they're sleeping in here. Because I destroyed the cell quality. That's funny. It's like, oh, it's too nice. All right, let's open these doors. Lock open is fine. And take a look at our research now. So we have got a bunch of research going. That's sort of silly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. Oh, one of the ways that I can fix this, though, is to split my dormitory up into 2 parts. So let's try that. if I remove this half of the dormitory, this bottom half has... Oh, it's going to require to be enclosed. So yeah, I'm going to want like physically two different dormitories for two different qualities. Like if you're good or if you're bad or whatever. All right, so logistics. We're going to do medium security only for those cells there. And then let's go staff only for these areas. And then this will be MinSec only. And these will be shared. All right, that will work. And for now, I can let my prisoners work in the kitchen, so that can be staff only. Let me also do a patrol. So this will be a patrol of a guard walking back and forth between the canteen and like right outside of the canteen, so I can see into the canteen. There are no canteens available for them to eat. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that is a problem. You're right. That is a problem, that these cells, because they don't have access to it. So I'll have to redesign my dormitory a little bit in order to accommodate for that, and that's fine. So it will be something like this. I'll put a door, one here and one here. Defenses do not go indoors now. I could have different types of walls. I could have barred walls or something like that. To be able to see through it. I guess there is a bit of advantage to like a barred wall or something like that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just a concrete wall. So I'll incorporate some barred walls here. And then if we take a look at the rooms, let's go back to dormitory, shrink this. And then if we go to logistics or to logistics or deployment, we've got, no, not like that. Why is that one big area? That's weird. Shared. This is actually very, very strange. The way it chopped up the physical location is very strange. But there we go. Now that we have the barred, the guard can see sort of through and around and all that. Oh, look, a little Polaroid of my janitor. Neat. Yeah, should be able to share access. I don't really know what's going on. I guess I will raise this wall up one, duplicating it, and then stick a door here. A jail door. Because I think the normal doors don't act as like a wall blocker. Demolish. Dismantle and dismantle. We're gonna go with fewer toilets. We'll figure this out. All right, so immediately my prisoner capacity goes from whatever it was to like 5 for the cells. Do not want. Yeah, it's because this physical area is not enclosed yet. All right, so this should be min sec or medium sec, and then shared. Okay, we're good now. We got there. Took some trial and error. Cool. All right, so for prisoner intakes, let's fill the capacity. Let's I don't know, how many do we want? Yeah. We're gonna take 8 more MinSec and bring them in. So over here, let's get some laundry. Laundry so that our prisoners don't end up so dingy. So we'll get some laundry machines, some ironing boards, stick a light in here, and some laundry baskets, and get that set up. And then we're also going to want to, I guess I'll just have a large cleaning cupboard. And that way we'll be able to have prisoners help with the laundry and help with the cleaning, janitorial type stuff of the prison. And then if I add one more cooker, there's a sort of hidden benefit to that. So I'm going to do that. Have a... Is that backwards? No. Have a third cooker. All right, so those are going to require power. And water. What's the jobs prisoners can do? They could do a ton of different jobs. But if we go to the logistics here, you can see what they're allowed to do initially, which is clean, laundry, and cook. But eventually you can have them do a lot more than that, depending on training, and we'll get into that soon. Get Andy to do my accounting. Shawshank. Like it. Let's rearrange this bedroom to be a bit better. Alright, so the utilities are still yet to be set up. I don't really know why they're working in there. So I'm going to do another patrol here. I'm going to have a patrol of a guard that goes between these sections. And then what I'm going to do is eventually schedule it so that they're only really doing that during work hours. But as you can see, all these prisoners here are trying to work, but the facilities aren't really set up yet. But we'll get there. All right, eco-friendly is about to click over. And why can't I have... Oh, is it another sink that I need? I'm trying to figure out why I can't assign a third prisoner to my kitchen. As odd as that looks, it might be another sink. I'll see. And here, the laundry has run, and you can see all of the fresh pressed clothing as I move their beds around. They're probably like, what the heck, man? Just starting to get comfortable. I know. there's the laundry room, and now it's actually operational. And the cleaning cupboard, which is operational as well. Does the water pump have a maximum amount of water that it can supply? No, it just can infinitely supply water. Power is the only limiting factor. But as you can see in the, where's my... as you can see in my, my cash flow for... There's a power export. I think water is actually free, which is cool. One more move. Your bed. Come on. Well, once he's up, I'll move his bed. And there we'll have our little dorm. I'm actually going to dismantle this bed. Okay. We're going to bring in some more MinSec, and then I'm going to have you all vote on what next grant to work on, which will be substantive. So... we can start farming with basic farming. We can work on inmate health, visitation rights. I don't think I need security procedure certification because I don't need this sort of security. Reform through education. And those are the ones I'm going to offer up for now. Cell block B, I'm not going to be able to get my prison pop up to 50 all that easily. All right, and let's take a look at our needs here. So if I go to reports here, my prisoner needs more family and more recreation. A little bit of spirituality and drugs. My staff is okay. These are indeed MinSec, yes. We're getting 7 more MinSec coming in. Alright, we're only taking 7 of them. Then I'll turn it off. Alright, looks like basic farming is gonna be the way to go. Okay. So for basic farming, I'm going to also need to build a classroom. So that's going to be something that I'm going to have to build before I can start farming because I have to teach the prisoners how to farm. But before I do that, let me manage the intake. And at this point, we could probably fire half of our workers because we have most of what we need built and... we don't need to have so many workers. All right, let's add a little bit more storage. All right, so here's the new MinSec. I am going to close intake. And now we have MinSec up to 16, which is every single bed that I have in my dormitory is now going to be full of minimum security. And then we have capacity to have... Ooh, you overdosed. If you overdosed, let's hope you don't die, because I don't have a doctor right now. So for deployment here, I'm going to want a patrol. I'm going to put this as a blue patrol. And that will be the patrol route. And I'm going to assign 2 guards to this patrol route. Just so that I can see, you know, into all the rooms. And eventually I'll get security cameras and that kind of thing. Let's lock these doors open. They don't actually need to be closed. He died. He died. There's a bit of a financial penalty for me to have a dead person. Okay. Good job. You done did the drugs. Very good like. Alright, so over here... for this stupid dead person. Let me get a staff door. And this will be a little more Yeah, there's a bit of a financial penalty to dead people. Oh, hey, look, there's... Yeah. Well, if we had voted on the well-being of our prisoners, that might have been avoided, but we didn't vote that way. So if I want a classroom, I'm going to build the classroom here. I'm going to build it, like, rather large. All right, down here, ooh, notebook page. Telling me about the HUD icons, thanks. Down here, we're gonna get a morgue. And throw a morgue slab in so that we can haul his dead body out. Because no one really wants to stare at a overdosed dead body for too long. Well, you know, probably. What is this? Oh, this is garbage. Okay. There we go. So now we have a morgue slab, and we can haul Mr. OD out. And, yeah, maybe he'll get a Viking burial. You never know. All right, I'm going to hire one more guard because it looks like we're having trouble hauling these prisoners to where they belong. Over here, let's do a brick wall. Brick wall. And then stick a door there. And this will eventually be a classroom so that we can teach how to farm. And yeah, his body eventually gets hauled away, shipped off to, you know, next to kin or whatever. We don't really have to concern ourselves with that once he's gone. Seems like a lot of our prisoners have a drug problem. Well, I am not working on that right now, so too bad, prisoners. Just say no. Alright, what I'm going to do here is try to increase my kitchen size a little bit so that I can have a third slot for prisoner acclimation, because if I have one more prisoner working in my kitchen, I get 10 grand. Oops. Ah, I didn't mean to do any of that. Butterfingers. We could do a shakedown, yes. So if we did do a shakedown, let me show that. If we go down over here to shakedown, all sectors, we can actually search every prisoner and make sure they don't have drugs on them so that we don't have any more ODs. It does upset the prisoners to be shaken down, especially if they're innocent. It bothers them a bit. Oh, and here's another overdosed dude. Yeah, we really do have a drug problem. And he died. Oh, good. I'm gonna be that kind of prison, aren't I? All right, so over here is a classroom. And let's get 1 and 2 lights. We'll get some of the classy windows in the classroom. And then we're going to want school desks. And a office desk thing. Where is it? I'm probably staring at it. Here it is. There. It's not a huge classroom, but I don't have a huge population, so should be fine. Do you guys want me to get... Right now my polling is down. But I could get an infirmary to be able to help the drug overdoses. Just wasn't last voted on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on the assigned tasks, and then if you want me to get an infirmary, the well-being you can vote on. Also, another way to slow down drugs if you were curious, is you could get a drug dogs. You know, you could get dogs to sniff it out. All right, so there's my kitchen. And there's my third worker that can work in the kitchen. Now, for me to actually do that, I need to start a program for it. So, kitchen safety and hygiene program. And that allows my inmates to work in the kitchen. Next grant. Okay, so if you want me to get an infirmary, it will be a choice here. If you want me to do something else, let me know. Next grant, we have visitation rights. We've got reform through education, inmate health, or prison manufacturing. Let's go with those four. So you decide. All right, inmate health looks to be initially doing well. So one of the things that I could do here is let's throw a little inmate, or actually let's entirely repurpose our holding cell, because we don't use a holding cell anymore, and repurpose it for a hospital, for an infirmary. So repaint it as an infirmary, hire 2 doctors, get the inmate health, and then in this infirmary put medical beds once the toilet and bench has been hauled away. And then this door here, I'm going to dismantle it and replace it with a staff door. Inmate health is very, very easy to satisfy. So that's, infirmary is probably bigger than it needs to be, but that's fine. All right, and then after inmate health, because we're done, essentially, you can decide on what we do next. Now, if you still think that drugs are a problem, you can also... Yeah, well, this is for the next grant, but then it can also focus on the drug problem if you think that is an issue. So here are my prisoners working to clean the prison. As you saw, they had mops and brooms. They're the ones that work in there. And then we have prisoners working in the kitchen, being taught by the chef how to do kitchen tasks, which is cool, I think. I'm just lining up the sinks a little bit better. Not like a crazy person. All right, and let's get one more fridge. Cool. All right, reform through education is what you all want next. Do you want me to address the drug problem? And now what I'm going to do is I need 20 school desks, which is kind of an absurd amount considering my population isn't even 20, but fine. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Obviously, I'm not going to keep these all. All right, my yard looks pretty terrible too. You want me to address the drug problem. So here's some ways to address the drug problem. We can have programs. So one could be pharmacological treatment of drug addiction. I can start that. And that has, I'll have 2 different sessions one from 10 a.m. to 11 and one from 11 a.m. to 12. And my doctors lead that. So if we read that there, a course of 5 pharmacological substitutes used to combat a prisoner's addiction to narcotics, led by a doctor in the infirmary. It takes 1 hour. Each prisoner requires a medical bed. It's for drug addictions. It's passable. It's easy. And then the other thing we could do is an Alcoholics Anonymous. So an Alcoholics Anonymous requires a psychologist in a common room. It takes 2 hours. Each prisoner needs a chair. And students sit. So here's what we're going to do. My common room is going to have 3 chairs. And I'm going to put a bookshelf in there. And let's put a TV in there. That's my little common room. Oh, and you know what? I'm also going to put a telephone. What is it called? Phone booth? Yeah. I'm going to put phone booths actually in my dorms. Might make the dorms a little too nice, and if it does, I'll fix that. So now we're combating the drug problem in 2 ways. We have an Alcoholics Anonymous, and we have a narcotics treatment program. And both should help to address that, hopefully. All right, let's look at some of the other programs. So, reschedule? No equipment. Why is it? Psychologist in a common room. Oh, the chairs aren't built yet. That's why. Once we get a worker to bring the chairs in, we can reschedule that. Too many of our prisoners are addicted to drugs. We need to do something about it? Yeah, I know. All right, so I have 2 different sessions for alcoholic group therapy. And we'll do 3 different sessions of narcotics. And hopefully that will help. Another thing I wanted to do in here is expand my canteen a little bit. In case I want to increase prison pop, it would help to have a bigger canteen. Put the phones in the shared hallway. I don't actually want my med sec to have access to phones. Screw those guys. What should my focus be? Farming? Or education? Or what else do I get? Yeah, farming or education. Pick which one I do first. Farming with the slim lead. So if we take a look here at the vegetable allotment, let's plan this. I'm gonna want a 5x5 for vegetables, and in the middle of that, I'm going to want all right, let me finish this off. So if I zoom in, it should highlight the things. We're going to have a crop sprinkler. Right? In the middle of the 5x5. And then I'm also going to have the vegetable allotment have a extra bump out for a shed. Like that. And I'm going to have to replace the yard. So I'm going to put the yard here. And let's actually put some stuff in the yard. Weight benches. And dumbbell rack. And punching bag. Good enough for now. Hey, Mr. Chimmick. You're wondering why I didn't PM you back on Discord, I bet. Now you know why. Mr. Chimmick, if you're wondering, has been instrumental in helping me set up for Western Settlers as a C-sharp coder. And he was messaging me, and I got the pop-ups, but yeah. Hands were full. Nope, I missed the small pipe there. Should be over there. There we go. So, the vegetable allotment doesn't need a sprinkler, but it doesn't hurt to... Yeah. Psychologist, I know. Keeps warning me that, oh, they're addicted to drugs. You know, we could do another shakedown. It's going to piss them off, but let's try to get the drugs out of their hands. Should I incorporate drug dogs? Should I spend some of my resources and focus right now on getting drug dogs? Yes or no? It's a little expensive, especially given that I have a population of 13, but like, I'll do it. 3 of my MinSec prisoners have already been paroled, so I'm going to start filling that up again. Let's get a few more beds down. All right, drug dogs. So for drug dogs, let's add in... I'm going to need to add in a kennel. But first, I need to fix this absolute nonsense of a classroom that I was required to build for education grant. And then let's work on that grant with foundational education program and general ed programs so that we can actually finish the Reform Through Education initiative, where 10 prisoners have to go through the foundational education and just 1 needs to go through the general education. General education, I think, would be like, let's call it a community college degree. And then the foundational education would be like a GED, you know, something like that. All right, so if you guys want me to incorporate drug dogs, one of the things I'm going to need to think about is security. So if I want a security building, how is my power doing? Am I still making a ton? Yeah. I'm still in the green. So having a security area. So I'm going to put my drug dogs. How big do the kennels need to be? Kennels need to be 5x5. Okay, that's what I thought. So there's a 5x5. And then the remainder here, the remainder of this area here isn't going to be storage anymore. It's going to be security. So I'm going to fill this building up, fill the shape, this amorphous shape for security. And it's going to be a little strange, but... Oh, we have a prisoner that needs to get searched. Gandhi. Okay, Gandhi. Can the dogs eat dead prisoners? No, they can't. I think you're thinking of a different game. My psychologist keeps telling me that I need to do something about the drug problem. I'm pretty sure I'm doing something. I'm doing everything about it. Is there anything else? Behavioral therapy is for like anger. Parole hearings would be good. Spiritual guidance would be good. Farm work safety, I will get started on after I deal with the drug problem. Or after I add the kennel. You know, one thing at a time. So, rooms. Storage. This is no longer the storage area. I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to put storage here. Just because I don't have anywhere to really put it. So here they are in the yard. Ooh, a man named Trish. That's rough. That is real rough. Cheers, JD. Thank you for watching Prison Architect, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you're wondering if there will be any more Prison Architect, this series is a result of a poll I put out to all of my viewers where they are able to vote on the games that I play. If Prison Architect gets voted up again, there will be more content beyond the first stream, or alternatively, if you vote for another game, I'll bring that to YouTube as well. If you're curious about the polls, just go to Rhadamant.com or the community tab of Rhadamant Plays on YouTube. My stream schedule and countdown timers for streams can be found at Rhadamant.com as well. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.